Hello. Today I am Steve because I would like to speak to this chapter from my masculine. Chapter 11 of The Way of the Superior Man states, if you don't know your purpose, discover it now. This chapter gives me chills because purpose is one of the biggest things in my life, underlies everything. Um, and basically my purpose shapes what my life is going to look like, and so it's very, very important to find my purpose and align with it, because how the outcome will be is completely dependent on it. Without a conscious life purpose, a man is totally lost, drifting, adapting to events rather than creating events. Without knowing his life purpose, a man lives a weakened, impotent existence, perhaps eventually becoming even sexually impotent or prone to mechanical and disinterested sex. And my inner masculine needs that purpose. It always needs something to strive towards. Having my purpose fills me up with energy, and most importantly, it gives meaning to my life and doesn't feel like I'm drifting, like it says here. I think it's really powerful where he says, adapting to events rather than creating events. If I was passive, drifting without a purpose, when life comes, I'd just be okay, you know, I'll just keep working this job, or I'll just, I met this nice person, I'll just stay with them for the rest of my life because that's the events that happen. I'm just going to be this passive liver. Not really, I'm not even really living life. I'll just be a passive sleepwalker through life. But if I had a purpose that filled me with excitement, I'd be creating things, right? I'd be creating events. I'd be making things happen. I want to have that impact on the world. I want to make my vision come true. And that gives me the impulse, the action to actually um, carry forth my impact. Because it's hard to take action. It's hard to get out of our comfort zone. If I don't have that vision I'm excited about, it's not going to happen. And I'm just at the end of my life, I'll be like, what did I do? Like, I did nothing. And that's really not the kind of life that I want to live, or that I want my man to live either. Let's see what other notes here. Yes, another thing is this impotent existence, right? Um, the drifter is just kind of relaxing and flowing, but the purposefulness is like an arrow. It flies straight and true. It cuts through all the BS of the world, um, and it actually goes somewhere. And just for reference, I think I'll probably share my purpose here. My current purpose, because it goes through many transformations, my current purpose is to create a spiritual community where people can come together and learn and grow and find camaraderie with others. Because that's something that I've always craved but wasn't able to find, and now it is my mission to create that. The core of your life is your purpose. Everything in your life, from your diet to your career, must be aligned with your purpose if you are to act with coherence and integrity in the world. If you know your purpose, your deepest desire, then the secret of success is to discipline your life so that you support your deepest purpose and minimize distractions and detours. Of course, like everything in this book, it's easier said than done. But I really do try to have my purpose at the epicenter of my life, and everything else goes around it, right? So like if I have a friend and it's like, do I want to hang out with them? Then I go back to my purpose, would hanging out with this person, you know, leave me with more heart openness or leave me with more heart closure? Because part of my mission is to become this very heart open being, rather than shut down and grumpy all the time. So, like, it's my schedule, the friends I choose, the relationships I choose, how much time I choose to spend on my relationships, even something like diet. Everything in our life revolves around our purpose. If I eat this food, will it serve me in my purpose or will it hold me back? Right? Every little detail. So the secret of success is discipline so that we can support our deepest purpose and minimize distractions and detours. There's always going to be flashy things that distract us, things that feel very pleasurable but can hold us back. Well, Trent and I like to call this Pleasure Island. Um, and excursions to Pleasure Island will come and go, but ultimately they are not ever going to feel as meaningful and fulfilling as actions that support our deepest purpose. But if you don't know your deepest desire, then you can't align your life to it. Everything in your life is dissociated from your core. You go to work, but since it's not connected to your deepest purpose, it is just a job, a way to earn money. You go through your daily round with your family and friends, but each moment is just another in a long string of moments, going nowhere, not inherently profound. Let's see. I'll just say a note here that it's okay to not know your deepest desire, and it's okay to not know your purpose. While it's very important, finding your true purpose is very difficult. Um, And my purpose has always been changing. I think as long as we have something that inspires us to take action, we start taking action. Once we take action, we would get feedback and then we can refine our purpose. Like my purpose has changed so much. Like, for example, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a vet. My purpose was to save all the animals and be vegan and all that stuff. And then it evolved, I want to work in government policy to try to shape politics that way, but that obviously didn't work out. And I tried a whole bunch of different jobs. Eventually I discovered I love teaching, and teaching really I feel is my true calling. And so a lot of times we have to actually go through life taking action, trying new things, getting out of our comfort zone in order to get closer and closer to what our true calling or our true gift to the world might be. Another comment I want to make on this paragraph is, uh, each moment is just another in a long string of moments, going nowhere, not inherently profound. If we flip that around, right, if we are living our deepest desire, even a very mundane moment like brushing our teeth can be very profound. So, for example, going back to my purpose, right? My purpose, my inspiration is actually the story of Jesus. His level of heart openness is one that I deeply admire and wish for to develop for myself. And so, even like when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm checking in with myself. How relaxed am I? How open do I feel? Am I remembering my true nature, or is my brain getting lost in the superficial vortexes that suck us in, like the regular stresses and fears of living in the 21st century. So, yeah, okay. Disconnected from your core, you feel weak. This empty feeling will undermine not only your erection in the world, but your erection with your woman too. I really like this random sentence that he added in there because, like we mentioned here, right? Every moment, if you don't if you're not connected with your deepest core, it's not going to feel like anything. Even if it's like, wild sex with a very pretty woman, it's not going to feel like anything. Um, it's not going to feel like anything deep unless you're connected with your core. If you're having sex with someone because you know in your core that this is, making love to serve the world in some way, that kind of sex is going to feel very different from like, I'm horny and she's hot and like, let's just do it. So having that connection with your core and moving forth and taking action from it, whether it's brushing your teeth or having sex or going to work, changes everything. However, when you know your true purpose, which is your core desire in life, each moment can become a full expression of your core desire. Every instant of career, every instant of intimacy is filled with the power of your heart purpose. You are no longer just going through the motions at work and with your woman, but you are living the truth of your life and giving the gifts of your love, moment by moment. Such a life is complete unto itself in every instant. Ooh, there's a lot I want to say for this paragraph. It's beautiful. Yeah, the first thing that caught my eye is you are no longer just going through the motions at work and with your woman. Like, I've had relationships in the past where it felt like the guy was just going through the motions, you know. It's like, okay, this position, then this position, okay, I'm done, okay, roll over, go to bed. But it's like, it gets boring, right? Um, and, go to work, it's like, okay, punch in, punch out, right? It's not connected moment by moment to what you truly want to gift. Um, and what else did I want to say here? Aha, I really like this part here. Giving the gifts of your love moment by moment. Such a life is complete unto itself in every instant. In every moment, we're connected to our core and living from our core and giving our all. It's going to feel very fulfilling. Fulfilling to the point where you could die at any instant and you'd be okay with it because you feel like you've already given everything that you have. And, to live in that state is amazing. I can't say that I do, of course, but there are moments where I feel very totally given and that, like, this is the life I'm meant to live kind of feeling. Um, it requires a lot and a lot of presence. It requires deep self awareness and knowing your purpose and being connected to your purpose. And yeah, it's something I'm striving towards for sure. The superior man is not seeking for fulfillment through work and woman, because he is already full. For him, work and intimacy are opportunities to give his gifts and be vanished in the bliss of the giving. Ooh, okay. This paragraph for me represents true selfless giving, true devotion to life itself. Because the superior man is already full. He's already full because he's completely free in each moment because he's already giving his all from his deepest core. Um, and it's only when a man is completely full where he can fully penetrate, right? That's when he's the most penetrative, whether if it's for his woman or just life in general. That's when he can fully like give himself, penetrate with his love because he's so full. He just needs to like have that outlet, I guess, and that's where how he gives his love to his work or intimacy. A man that is not full would always be looking to receive, maybe, or like they're going to be needy and grabby. They won't be able to fully press their gifts into the world or their woman. Um, yeah, so I really like this paragraph. I think overall it's talking about, you know, connecting with your deepest purpose and trying to live that in every single moment of life that you can. And if you don't know your purpose, discover it now. And something that we can use as a purpose. My purpose could just be I want to explore and find what my purpose is. It doesn't have to be like, I want to, do children's literacy or something like that. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It's more the purposefulness of knowing deeply what you want versus getting sidetracked by superficial um, distractions. So it's really more about connecting with your deep core and what you're about and living with that kind of integrity through your every action than actually what your purpose actually is, if that makes sense. So thank you. Um, and I will see you next week.